Trades here, and today I'm going to show you how to change out a cam phaser actuator on your Jeep Grand Cherokee, and this is for the 3.6 V6 engine, the Pentastar. And I'm going to give you a little information about how to read the codes and what codes you might be getting and which exact actuator it is, because it depends on which camshaft and if it's intake or exhaust, and it's a little bit confusing if you don't know or if you've never done this before. So the code that my car was showing was P0010, and I cleared it using a code reader and just to see if it would come back, and it did end up coming back. So this is what the fix is for it, changing out the cam phaser actuator. And it also covers a few other codes for the different cam phaser actuators because there's 4 on the vehicle. So this will cover the P0010, P0013, P0020 and P0023, and this will cover a lot of different car makes and models because these are very common codes across car manufacturers. So definitely anything Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, this will cover most of those codes for the 3.6 V6 engine. But either way, this is a very simple install to do. It's just 3 bolts and a connection, so I'm going to show you real quick here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pop off your engine cover here. Just lift up, pull straight up off there. So take off the intake, and I would only do this if you absolutely have to access these. It's going to be a little easier for me to show you though, is there's a little clamp right here, just uses a flathead. Just loosen that and this slides off. There's another one up at the other side. This is up here by the firewall in the back. There is another one of these clamps. And there's also a sensor right here you'll need to unplug. And then right here, this little clip kind of attaches to this, so you'll have to kind of slide it back from this part right here. So once you have the clamp here and the clamp here, you pretty much just try and slide it this way and pull up, and it comes loose. That's how you take your intake off. So this is looking at the front of the engine. These are your camshaft actuators. There's 4 of them, and I believe they're actually the same part number for all of them. When I was on the phone with Mopar, they said it didn't matter with their exhaust or intake, they're all the same. And here is how you can tell which one you need to replace. Mine was P0010, and it said it was A camshaft, and it also said that it was bank 1. Now here's how you can tell which one is which. The inside ones here and here, this is the intake actuators, and the intake cam is always A cam. B cam is the exhaust cam. So it says B, it's one of the outside ones. If it says A cam, it's inside. So intake, exhaust, A, B. And then you can tell which side because it'll say which bank it is, bank 1 or bank 2. And bank 1 is the bank that has cylinder number 1 on it. And cylinder number 1 is over on this side of the engine. So this is bank 1 A cam. This is bank 1 B cam. This is bank 2 A cam, bank 2 B cam. So mine was A cam, so intake, and it was bank 1, which is this side, so I need to replace this cam. There is a sensor, or there's a wire here that connects to it, so you have to disconnect that. That off there. Make sure the wires aren't frayed or anything or oily, because that can sometimes send the fault code as well. And then all it has is 3 bolts. These are T25 Torx 25 bolts, and you're just going to loosen these up. Yeah, it doesn't take much prying, just a little bit. There we go. Looks a little junky in there, so maybe it's just going bad. That's pretty nasty, and the O-ring was actually stuck on here, so take that off, get a new one, a new seal as well when you replace this part. So there we got our new seal. There we go. Put our new one in and make sure it's facing the same direction. tighten it down. Alright, looks good. And then we're going to snap this back on here. Alright, now we're going to put our intake back on. There's a little nubbin right under here you want to line up. Get this one hooked up too. So I'll make sure it's all lined up before you tighten anything down. Then make sure this is all the way on here as well. Looks pretty good. Don't forget to connect to your sensor. Make sure those are on there good. And if you found this helpful, consider sending a super thanks. I'll save you some money at the dealer. I'll buy a coffee if you do send me a super thanks, and it's very appreciated. There's a logo down at the bottom right underneath the video with a heart and a money sign where you can donate to creators like myself and others. Make sure that's all connected down, it's nice and sturdy. Then put your cover back on. And you're good to go.